Welcome to Intuitive Astrology with Molly McCord. Thank you so much for joining me, as this is actually going to be a channeled message, lovingly shared from my guides. And I've been given the message that this one is to be released publicly, which is different than the free messages I have for you over on my website under the Galactic Center, where those messages are privately released for those who would like to receive them. Now, this message came through quite beautifully, quite bright, and I'm excited to just get into it. So let me share with you what I am receiving that I hope supports you and deeply resonates. And the message came through quite clear, which is you are the pyramids now. You are the energetic conductors of greater consciousness on the planet at a whole new level in humanity's evolutionary journey. We are the pyramids now. We are the conscious energy source between earth and sky. And what we have been moving through allows us to connect and stay connected more readily and easily to universal messages, to your guides, to higher frequencies. There are also openings up to the sun. I'm seeing there are now greater connections to solar consciousness and solar frequencies. There are also more connections to lunar consciousness and lunar frequencies. And so they're showing me the human body as a more evolved energetic receptor and conductor. And then they're bringing my attention to a few different areas. So first, they're showing me that what we've been moving through, especially since the harmonic convergence of August 1987, is that we've all been deeply activated, but each sovereign individual moves through those activations in their own way based on how they're able to receive and work with energies. Then they're bringing me to another time frame of the Pluto-Uranus squares that unfolded from 2012 to 2015, as we had 7 times when Uranus in Aries was bursting open more of our individual energy systems, and the square to Pluto in Capricorn was showing us what needed to evolve that had become outdated and was stuck in expiring traditional expressions. And we've been moving through these cycles in a way to up level and to have various parts of our lives brought to our attention. And now they're bringing me into the chakra system and how we've had to really work through more of the unconscious programming, especially related to the bottom 3 chakras, the root, sacral, and solar plexus. And that this has been a very big part of understanding what has been running us, what systems, belief systems, emotions, what energies, what primal programming, and what energy patterns from other lifetimes and timelines have been infiltrating and working with us. They're showing me that more people have been doing this work than expected, meaning there was a percentage of souls who would absolutely be taking this on in this lifetime, but they're showing me that has exponentially grown. There's millions more than expected who have tuned into this accelerated path of energy consciousness and who are working readily and openly with what they are healing. They're saying it's a bit of an unexpected peer pressure, sort of like you saw what someone else was doing and how they were shifting and evolving and the happiness they were creating in their life and what was transforming for them that was positive and uplifting. And more people said, I want that. I want to do that. What do I need in order to feel that energy for myself? So the energy spread, and now there are millions more who are in tune with this level of work. And so we have been shifting our internal frequencies regularly And they're saying that it's been very important to stay gentle with yourself, because often for these high level upgrades, it is one step forward, three steps back, and that can be detrimental at times. That can feel like a hardship or a challenge, but that nothing has been lost. And they're showing me that people have actually leapfrogged and been able to move ahead even when they thought they were taking three steps back. So they're showing me that there are so many on the planet who have been doing this internal work, and they're bringing my attention to not only the shape of a pyramid, but the fact that pyramid shapes look different all over the planet, and they might not look like what we would at first realize is a pyramid. They can be temples, they can be various structures or forms. They're showing me points with no walls. They're even showing me some structures that were made, it looks like metal structures that are freestanding, that also are energetic conductors and might not at first be identified as a pyramid, but they have the same function. So they're saying that now we have cleared so much of our density in the lower chakras that we are actually more grounded. And they're saying this is essential. The groundedness is continuing to be an important part of this energy conduit. And they're showing me that your feet on earth is important, although not everyone has their feet on the planet at all times. But they just keep bringing my reference to, you are literally the conduits of consciousness between the earth and sky now. And there are new responsibilities that come with this. They're saying, first of all, don't try to be top heavy. Don't try to only run the energy through your crown or third eye chakra. It has to be grounded in. It has to move through your full energy system in order for it to land and be integrated. And they're showing me this as energy coming through the crown chakra, going down through the remaining 6 chakras, and then the energy goes horizontal. And they're saying this is part of a new energy pattern that you can work with and play with, but that it isn't only about the vertical, it's about the vertical and then the horizontal. And they're showing me the energy go out, similar to extending your hands, and that it's meant to now fill up the full aura and replenish energies that you're looking to push out in your auric field. So don't try to be too top heavy, but rather ensure that you're moving the energetic flow and that you're allowing yourself to ground in what you're receiving so that you're feeling it and living from it more regularly. There's also importance here so that you don't feel like you're floating away, or that the energy becomes disconnected from other parts of your energy body. It looks like a silly bobblehead if the energy doesn't flow and move, and it has to connect to the earth. It has to be grounded in order for it to be more effective in your experiences and in how you move about your daily life. They're also showing me that part of the new responsibilities is in regards to regularly cleansing the lower chakras, because 3D energies can accumulate there. So 3D energies can unconsciously build up and accumulate in that root chakra, sacral, and solar plexus. They're saying that for lifetimes, that's where we've taken in a lot of our connections and energies and emotions with others. It's where we don't even realize at times, where the energy is weighing us down and where we're feeling the heaviness or density that isn't truly ours. So we need to be regularly cleansing these parts of our bodies. This is very important if you are an empath, if you are highly sensitive, if you are super sensitive and you've been hiding it, pushing it away, or not accepting it in yourself, you might have even more. And they're showing me some black spots on the back of the chakras, sort of like these accumulated energies. It looks like tar. It looks very sticky, heavy and dense. And they're showing me that that can be flushed out and moved, but that it's important to be aware of what you are accumulating on a regular basis, on a daily basis, as you move about your life. And to tune in that you can close your eyes and get a quick message around what you're feeling. If there's too much going on in that sacral chakra, if there's something inflamed in the root chakra, or if that solar plexus has a leak, if there's an energy leak or something has dimmed your power or your sense of self. So they're saying this is a part of our new responsibilities. And this is part of how you maintain a new sense of confidence and strength as an energy conductor, a conscious energy conductor. So now they're bringing my attention to inside a pyramid. And that inside the pyramid is actually the most important energy system. So yes, we've been talking about the chakras and energy flow and not being a bobblehead and making sure that you're grounding in the energy. But they're showing me inside the pyramid, which in this case relates to inside the human structure. And this is where I need to be very clear that I'm going to share information I'm receiving downloads on, but I'm clearly not a medical professional. So please forgive me if there's things I'm missing or if there's pieces I'm missing. I'm just going to share with you what they're showing. So they're showing me two parts of our skulls. The first is the pineal glands and how important they are for our ascension, for our evolution, and for being receptive to higher frequencies. That the pineal gland is similar to the point on top of a pyramid, and that this is where we are opening up to receive even more messages, energies, and understandings. And that the pineal gland looks like a pine cone or a pine nut, which is what it is named after. And if you were to investigate symbolism of pine cones through various cultures and ancient studies, you would see how revered the pine cone is, because it's been known to be an integral part of spiritual advancement and spiritual study because of how it connects to our psychic senses. This is where you can open up to more clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairsentience. It's where the energy expands that third eye chakra and is essentially a key receptor of energy that has been blocked and shut down, as well as distracted. They're showing me the phone, screens, technology, all of those run interference with the pineal gland's ability to thrive. They're literally showing me every time you pick up your phone or look at your phone, it could have negative interference on the pineal gland because it's artificial and invasive to what you have access to that you're now understanding is possible for you. So that means that, yes, we're surrounded by all these technologies, electronics, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, various streams of frequencies and vibrations, and some support the natural functioning of the pineal gland and others diminish it or descend the natural functioning of it. So that's the first thing they're bringing my attention to inside the pyramid. The second is the pituitary glands, which has many of the same energetic abilities and functions as the pineal glands, and is meant to open you up to more of your spiritual connections, to broaden the energy, to remind you you are connected to all forms of consciousness. You're never alone. You're never only a single entity. And it has a more expansive energy is what I'm seeing, but it also supports the development of your clairsentience, claircognizance, telepathy, remote viewing, and other spiritual gifts that you feel are coming online. And then they're showing me how these two parts of the human brain are essential for operating the pyramid as they relate directly to the endocrine system. And the endocrine system is an internal messenger system. And as we are opening up and expanding these glands, pineal glands, pituitary glands, the energy that we're feeling there then gets disseminated and moves through the internal body, through the endocrine system, which connects to thyroid glands, adrenal glands, your hormones. There's a lot going on here that then gets sent to the rest of the pyramid, the rest of the body, the bloodstreams, the hormones, and more. And they're showing me that all of this is vital to reprogramming our energy fields and our physical energy. And now they're relating this directly to what I just shared about don't be top heavy. So yes, the energy can be working strongly in the pineal gland and pituitary glands. And you could be having ascension symptoms there where you can have the headaches, the dizziness, what feels like vertigo. You could realize that you're really hungry or you're dehydrated, you're really tired. Conversely, you could feel that energy lifts up and that you can do a million things without needing food, or that you're not getting a lot of sleep because your body is running on the energy. This is part of what we are balancing, where we're learning to work with these internal flows of energy that are moving through multiple parts of our systems and reprogramming us. And going back to the individual, each person does this in their own way, on their own timeline, based on how they receive energy and work with energy. It is about personal preference and what is comfortable for you as well. So now they're showing me that the ongoing evolution here is moving us into Merkaba energy, which involves two pyramids, the pyramid going up and the pyramid going down, being intricately connected as one unit. And you could feel like that is the energy system you are working with, that you're not only grounded on Earth, but you are grounded in the cosmos. And now they're showing me that Merkaba spinning in a circle. And as it spins, it is spiraling. And that spiraling of energy is creating new frequencies within us. I'm seeing it at a DNA level and how it's activating and bringing alive more dormant cellular structures that were not previously connected and not previously given a purpose. Like they weren't in energetic alignment. I'm seeing the cellular energy coming online and moving quickly in the new frequencies because there was no connection to previous frequencies. And so now there is more that's spinning and moving ahead inside of us. It's almost like it's pulsing at a different rate. It's pulsing at a different speed. And it feels like a fresh connection to a new life force, where as you have cleared out and worked through a lot of density in this lifetime especially, but specifically dense energies around fears, trauma, abuse, unconscious emotional expressions, anger, betrayal, depression, addictions, and whatever else has been a significant part of your journey in this lifetime. They're showing me that all of that work is healing you beyond what you're conscious of at this time. And it's also accelerating you because now they're showing me a slingshot. Pull it back and then it goes forward with a whole new level of determination and power. And once you are living with this new life force and feeling these new frequencies within you, other energies bounce off. They can't connect. They literally cannot connect because the frequency is too fast and too high vibrational for anything to attach and stay connected. They're showing me magnets, and when a magnet is not strong enough to attach to something, it slides off. I'm getting the visual of putting a really weak, light magnet on a refrigerator door, and it just slides down the door. It's not strong enough to attach. That's how they're showing this to me, is that there are things that will not attach to you anymore. It won't be a part of your experience going forward based on everything you have actively chosen to reprogram and change in yourself. They're showing me that one of the best things you can do to continue working with these energies is to tune in to your own internal program. They're saying program, but I'm reading that as the body, and where those blockages are occurring, where there is an energetic backup. So for example, if there's an energetic backup at the heart, you're going to feel that perhaps through heart palpitations or heat in that part of your body or your chest or whatever it might be. They're showing me that there are organic ways to work with these energies, ancient ways of working with blood flow and strengthening the body. They're bringing me to traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture as one modality. I'm also seeing a lot of herbs, minerals. Looks like a modern day apothecary. Looks fairly beautiful. There are very natural ways to work with our energy systems to keep them clear and pristine. And I'm getting the visual of an ancient text, ancient studies, what previous cultures knew before the invention of modern medicines and pharmaceuticals. So of course, this is not medical advice. I am not a medical professional telling you what to do, rather to open up the options or to explore anything that you feel pulled towards or anything that you're curious about. There could be a remedy or energy support available in one of these modalities that you wouldn't normally come across or wouldn't normally think of. I can feel the message closing out now, where what we're just meant to understand is how powerful our energy systems are, how it's essential to take care of these parts of ourselves and to trust what is coming up for you and what you're sensing within your energy systems, as that's probably a message that is important to receive and work with. It has been a very long road for humanity in order to get to this point of understanding the power of our consciousness and the power of our energy, especially on a daily basis. But we have arrived at a pivotal point in consciousness on the planet that is allowing us to access even more of what was hidden from humanity, what was removed from the history books, what practices and rituals have been seemingly lost. There's more that's going to come forward, and those will continue to support our ongoing activation and acceleration of consciousness on the planet at this time. The final message that they are giving me through a visual is to focus on oneness with pyramids, oneness with these temples or structures, realizing that you can overlap your energy to sync up with them, and that it could in fact awaken even more lifetimes and energies for you that have been forgotten, but that your soul always knows and always remembers. Even as simple as sitting in a meditative pose and visualizing yourself in a pyramid structure is enough to activate more of your higher consciousness and spiritual gifts. Just remember to ground it in and move it through. Allow it to be disseminated through your breath, in addition to your internal systems and blood flow. As always, I hope this resonates for you and supports your journey in anything that you're also feeling and receiving at this time. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.